Welcome back, y'all, to New Game Plus, and we have Rodrika here.
Been grafted? Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me, they fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken, even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know? If you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid. It's quite a lark when you think about it.
So she says chrysalid, which usually means like a pupa or a cocoon.
The one in the white mask, I suppose.
And she talks about Vare,
You've come to be one.
so she's met him,
Well, that
which is
makes us
interesting.
two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
So it almost sounds like they came here in hopes of being grafted, as if to become something more.
The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little un. It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining
It's a
them
shame she doesn't know that they're not
I'm finally getting the hang of
becoming
this whole
cocoons.
thing, you
They're
know.
literally being churned out into body bags, which we see when we go to Stormvale Castle. Oh, Roderica. Very interesting. So, yeah, it seems like her and her lot were brought here specifically so that they could become grafted. Maybe some of them see it as an honor to be grafted. But that's a pretty dark fate. Now I want to go see our boy Bernal, because he's pretty fascinating to me, since we know that eventually in his quest line he becomes a recusant. So I want to talk to him and just look deeper into that before he turns. So we're going to come listen to our boy's dialogue. Notice how he has the Zweihander and not the Serpent Scepter. So this is way before he becomes a recusant. Maybe he hasn't been turned yet. And you'll see what I mean when we talk to him.
Not seen you before. Name's Bernal. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order? Yes, you're a Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts?
So
All I know is the sword.
here he's talking about, being a Tarnished just like you. When we meet him in Volcano Manor, he says, I'm a recusant just like you. Eventually when, we turn and we actually invade someone. And I feel like, especially since he says it takes me back, he clearly started out similarly to us and truly believed in the Golden Order, truly believed in his faith, and that it would steadfast. And I think at this point of us meeting him, I think we're meeting him when he is in the midst of doubt.
All the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword and the arts of combat.
Because we know that he eventually gives up that sword and takes on the Serpent Scepter, which is a symbol of Rykard. And he becomes recusant. So I think it's a really interesting midpoint of meeting him and understanding that, you know, this is a point in his life where I think he's starting to actually doubt the Order and what it stands for. And not too long after meeting him, if you just go forward more, you're gonna meet another recusant. So just up here, a ways, pretty close to the Colosseum, which there's quite a few Colosseums in this game. So clearly fighting in an arena was, or used to be, quite the show and something that they used to do, but not anymore because they're all closed down. But it's not too far from where we meet Bernal. And you'll get invaded here. So it's possible Bernal has met this person, or maybe was invaded by this person. Henricus. And it's kind of cool because he uses a battle art that eventually our boy also sells us. So that sort of like magma shot, or I think it's called like eruption or something like that. But when you go to Volcano Manor and you gain Bernal's trust again as a recusant, he is able to sell you that. So he learned it. So I think it's possible that if we didn't kill Henricus here, it's possible that Bernal met him and killed him as well. And learns that battle art, because we know that he's learning all these in the lands between from his different battles and excursions, so to speak. So it's possible that that could be the turning point for Bernal. So there's a really interesting lore point that I discovered, which I was really excited about because I always wanted to know more about the bats in this game, specifically the harpies that sing to them. And so it's come to my attention they sing in Latin, and I love the community so much because they have definitely figured out what they're singing about, which I was so intrigued by and had really wanted to figure out. And the song translated is as follows. Alas, that land once blessed has now diminished. We, betrothed, destined to be mothers, now become tarnished. We have lamented, we have shed tears, but no one consoles us. Golden Order, at whom were you angry? So that's actually Golden One, at whom are you angry? And I feel like this puts such an interesting lore spin on what these bats are all about. So clearly they weren't always bats. They describe themselves as tarnished. So that's kind of insane to think about. I'm just going to put a little marker here because this is a site for a painting. But yeah, so the idea that these bats could have once been tarnished, that were brutally transformed, and now they cry and lament and hunt in the night because of what they've become. And just all of this stuff in general, that we end up finding and rediscovering just further proves the point that the lands between is fucked up, man. It is fucked up. The Golden Order is not doing anything for these people. And it's pretty shitty. Ooh, and our first trap. I totally forgot about this. Oh yeah, it takes us all the way to freaking Crystal Tunnel. Man, when I first came here, I died so many times because in the beginning, this place is way overpowered. It is super OP compared to where your character's level is probably at, because this is all the way in Caelid. And as we know, Caelid is not beginner friendly. Man, it took me so long to figure out how to get out of here. And on top of that, as if it couldn't be any more punishing, because it's a trap, you can't escape out of here. You know, you can't warp out. You have to get above ground. You have to find either the exit or the Site of Grace. And I definitely died a buttload of times to that a-hole up there who spams his little spermy tendrils. And that was not a fun time. Not a fun time at all. Is that a fog gate over there? Maybe we can just fight the boss of this area. Get it over with. Oh, motherfucker. God, the homing on that is just ridiculous. So ridiculous. There's almost no way to proper dodge it. I mean, you can sidestep it, but... Oh, nice. So we got our grace point. But yeah, that's one attack that's so shitty. So shitty. Alright. Let's get the heck out of here because I want to go see our buddy boy Patches. But of course, on our way to see Patches, a familiar voice. Where are you specifically, though?
You? Yeah, you there. Stop pretending you can't see me.
It always takes me a while to find his bush.
Why won't anyone look me in the eye? I'm not that ugly, am I?
Oh, Bach. This time I'm gonna tell you you're beautiful and you're not gonna die. There needs to be at least one happy ending in this life. Alright, I definitely passed it. I think that's it. And yeah, remember, you want to roll into him because you probably will kill him if you actually attack him.
What you going
Buddy boy.
for? Oh, yes. I remember. Some clod turned me into a tree. You were just breaking the spell, weren't you? Thank you. The name's Bok. I was pushed out of the cave. Told not to come back. Not ever. Then I ended up as a tree. Lucky you came along, really. Oh, what a shame. When they threw me out of the cave, they took everything I owned. And so this is all I have to express my thanks. I hope you can forgive me. Or, well, if you can afford to wait for a while, I could sneak back into the cave and bring back something of actual value. Then I'd be of some real use to you, I reckon. Right, But I'll need a moment. I'm frightened of them. So I have to gather myself. My knees start knocking, just thinking about that god-awful cave on the shore.
Poor Bach, man. He's so abused. Like, he wants so desperately to please us and please anyone just so that he can feel that he's worthy. Man. Feel for that, bro. Oh, looky-loo. Night Cavalry. Well. Oh, jeez. You know what? You guys are making it more difficult than it has to be. I didn't want y'all to join the fight. But here we are. Yeah, those guys make it very much more difficult than it has to be. You're getting poked from all sides. Motherfucker. Alright. Not going as smooth as I had originally planned, but that's okay. Because we got him off his horse. Bye, bitch. Oh, die, you little peasant. Well, I'm surprised that guy didn't just, run away. Alright. Onwards and upwards. Alright, so we're kind of meeting everybody on our way to see Patches. Hey, bro. The new Tarnished, huh?
You do well to steer clear of a Gill Lake, fledgling.
So I wonder how many Tarnished are actually awoken at any given time. They make it sound like it's one at a time, or maybe very few. It's hard to know if it's like, are you the new Tarnished as in like singular, or one of the new Tarnished, like the new millennial or something. I'm really curious about that because it seems very specific. It could also be the new Tarnished in terms of the fact that we know everyone else has sort of been brought back and resurrected, right? So like Dung Eater, Ulfnir, Horaloo, like everyone has been brought back. And it could just be the new Tarnished as in we are the unknown that has been given a shard of grace. So that could also be another possibility. Alright, I put my crag blade on because might as well kill the dragon while we're here, right? Yikes, he still hits hard. If we can hit him... Oh, come on. There we go. Lightning, baby. Oh, jeez. Where'd you go? Come on, Agil. I just thought Agil was pretty cool, mainly because he has the feathery wings. I like that a lot. Oh, that's so good when it lands because it does so much extra damage. Nicely done. Tier bro. Nicely done.
Beautiful work. Felling that dragon. And as such, there's something you might like to know. The heart you brought back. It's used in Dragon Communion. If you should find yourself overcome by hunger for the heart, yearning for its strength, then seek the decrepit church on the little island off the western coast. You must not forget, though, those who partake in Dragon Communion will one day shed their humanity, their hunger for Dragon, their yearning only worsens until the floodgates burst, unleashing eternal torment. The strength of a mighty dragon. Magnificent, but deadly. It's no surprise that Dragon Communion...
So we know that Yura has a deep understanding of Dragon Communion and the Dragon Cult in general. Mainly because the love of his life, Eleonora, has succumbed to it. She's also become a bloody finger. And when you fight her, and from the set that you get from her, it's pretty well established that, you know, she becomes a bloody finger who is also pretty intertwined into the Dragon Cult. So he has good reasons to keep us pretty aware and warn us about it. And of course, when you come down this way, we're going to be... If I can hit this guy. We're going to be invaded by a bloody finger. I unfortunately kill him, I guess, too soon. Before Yura can actually come to our rescue. So I don't know. He ends up moving from that spot, so we probably are just going to have to meet him in another spot. Which I think his next location is Raya Lucaria, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, usually if you wait a little bit, he comes to aid you against this bloody finger, and then you can talk to him after the fight. But I didn't need his help this time. Oh, damn it. It's actually hard to get them with this. Should have just, like, kept my whips on. It's a little bit easier. Oh, come on. Damn it. There we go. It's, like, such a precise strike. I think that's the only thing I don't like about the Cragblade. It's very powerful, but you have to get your thrust on just right. Alright. Nidris, where are you? Come and get you some. Maybe I should change out my weapons. There we go. Yeah, let's do that. Let's whip it. He's a nimble, agile sort. Oh yeah. No time to heal. Vanquished. Man, it's so satisfying to come back and kill him in one shot when, like, it took me quite a few tries in the beginning. Quite a few. Alright, now we're gonna go and see our bro at Murkwater Cave. But stay tuned for next time. We'll do part of Patches' quest and talk about some more interesting stuff on our second time around. Stay safe out there, y'all.